So I wanted to share because that's just what I do. Also, I feel like a lot of people have been asking me lately or making comments like, oh, you're so motivated, how do you stay motivated or whatever. And so I've analyzed it, and I'm like, why do I? I don't know. Like, I guess I know why, but I'm like, okay, well, I guess what has set me apart and kept me driven in the last, 4-ish years. And when I really analyzed it, because, I had to analyze it, I was like, you know what it was, and you know what it is. And this might not be for everyone, but it's a pretty good one, I think, and that's also why I wanted to share it. I was like, that's a good one. That's good advice, I think, to me. But I started watching YouTube vloggers, and it started with Nikki Blackketter, and it started with seeing her before and her after picture, and I was like, wait a minute, her before picture, I was like, that's my body. Like, I'm short too. Like, oh, I have narrow hips too. Like, oh my God, I love you. Like, that's me, So, and then seeing her before, her after and seeing how she built muscle on her legs, and she just had like she looked stronger, but just healthy. You know what I mean? It was, the fact that she changed her body, it was like, you could do that? You know what I mean? Like, I just thought girls who went to the gym or who lifted really heavy weights just ended up looking manly, and that was that. And it was like, oh, cool, like, you do you, like, but it's really, actually, there's a lot of women out there you walk past by and they have nice bodies, but you don't realize how much muscle they actually have on unless they're flexing. And when you see them at those like bikini competitions, like, they don't look like that all year round. Like, they look good, but they're not like, their muscles aren't bulging out like that. It's just not realistic. So first of all, that's a huge misconception, is that if you lift weights, you're gonna look all bulky and whatever. I mean, I don't know. There are some women who, they got that goal to look like a man, but let me tell you, that took a lot of work, and a lot of times it's not a natural process, if you know what I mean. So anyways, didn't want to get into all that. I promised I wouldn't get into other stuff, but here I am. What are you gonna do? So watching YouTube vloggers and that's what I do. I do the dishes, and I'll clean the bathroom, and I take my phone with me, and I watch their lifestyles and their fitness tips, and I surround myself with it, and I realize, like, oh, and it's like, I have a life, but I'm feeding myself positive fitness content all the time. And when you start to have a vision in your mind, because what I was going to say, I'll get back to that, but having a vision in your mind of your potential body shape. I was talking with my friend, and she was like, she was suggesting someone to follow, and she's like, they have such good tips. She goes, and I like her, like, we have the same body shape. And I was like, yes, that is what you do. You find your potential, know your genetics, know where you naturally store fat, your proportions, and find someone and follow them. Because when you see your potential, it's just that much more motivating. And then you look at their before photos, and you're like, oh wow, like, it's just motivating. And you start to consume yourself with that stuff, and you feed yourself the positive content, and you become it. So, I have to say, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I don't have any shows right now. Like, I think I have a couple I need to finish. I haven't watched one of them like in a year. Like, I feel like I don't really have the time to watch TV, and my life is a little too busy, I guess. But anyways, I'll probably start watching The Bachelorette when it comes on, when it starts again, because I always watch that. But other than that, when I'm cleaning, it's a good time. You're in the kitchen, and before I was even in the gym, I didn't realize what I was doing, but I got into Nikki Blackadder's vlogs, and I was feeding myself kind of bits of her lifestyle, of her going to the gym. And so by the time I was able to get a membership, I was just so pumped, you know what I mean? And it's good to find someone who suits your personality. So I'm actually going to tag some fitness vloggers that I've followed for quite some time. And they're for different personalities. I mean, not that you can't watch them all or that you can't appreciate people that are not like you, because sometimes we are attracted to people that are not like us. But I'm going to kind of like, I don't know, like if you want to follow someone that's like just very structured and kind of to the point and very organized, I would say like Whitney Simmons or Nikki Blackadder. I liked how she was just like so honest and raw and kind of funny and just very relatable and doesn't take life too serious, you know. It's just, yeah, so I liked her, but there's a lot of people I like, so I'm going to tag some people for different personalities, because the point of this video is to maybe help someone out there who's like, well, so I just get on YouTube and search fitness videos, because, I don't know, I feel like it's these particular people have really, really inspired me. So I'm going to share these people in hopes that they inspire you, because maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. That's just what worked for me. And like I said, you start watching them, and I'll be honest, like a lot of them, like they kind of annoyed me at first. I don't know why, they just did. But over time, like, I don't know, you come to appreciate them, and you like their workout content, and you know, you just kind of you get to know them. You just really kind of get to know them. And so I don't know, they're like my friends, you can say. Sometimes I comment and they'll like my comment, and I'm like, ugh, we're friends. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll try to leave it at that. But anyways, that's my advice. Well, that's what worked for me, is watching YouTube vloggers and just kind of feeding myself positive content. And before you know it, you're going to be like, I want to go to the gym. I don't know. I want to go like pump some iron or whatever, you know. And finding your potential, you know. I feel like that was a big one for me. I didn't realize you could like put volume on certain parts of your legs, like where you want it to go, and it's not always easy. It's a process, but you know, you watch someone else's journey and you're like, I think I could do this too, you know. So, and you can, better believe it. That's that. We're gonna leave it there, and yep.